Hi, my name is Barrett, and in this tutorial, I will explain how to set up your account with the proper settings. First, let's create a profile. To do this, go to Settings, then click on the Profile tab. We can start by adding an image to our profile. This image will be visible to other members of your clinic, as well as to your patients who use online booking. In the next step, we add our own detailed information like phone number and address. If you are the account owner of your clinic, you will also have the permissions to set the company's information here. We also have the capability to set a signature for the user that can later be used to sign off on forms and encounter visits. The signature can be generated using text, drawn by freehand with our e-signature editor, or uploaded from your device. In the next step, let's have a look at the user settings and permissions. Unless otherwise specified through permissions, only the clinic's primary account owner has access to these settings. First, let's add some users to our clinic. To do this, simply enter their email addresses and press Invite. You'll want to pay special attention to the user type. Only certain user types have access to certain features of the system. For instance, a practitioner would have the ability to write prescriptions, while a staff member would not. We can change the permissions for each user by clicking Edit and choosing the tab Permissions. To give an example, we can allow a user to access referrals, create encounters, or access certain settings. Next, let's have a look at the scheduling settings. I will start under the tab Locations, where we can add an additional clinic location in just a few seconds. Simply fill out the information form and you will now be able to manage an additional location in your schedule. Under the tab Appointment Types, you can add or edit additional appointment types. Let's give this new appointment type the title Vaccination. Select the length, the color for which it should appear on the schedule, and if you are using online booking, arrange for how much advance time you require for a patient to request an appointment with you. Some further online booking settings are allowing new patients to book an appointment or limiting the feature to existing patients. You can also determine how practitioners get assigned when an appointment is booked. Under the tab Pre-Visit Questionnaires, we can add the questionnaires and forms we want the patient to fill out before visiting the clinic. This option is only available if you have enabled our IHQnaire module. Lastly, we can add reminders which will notify your patient about an upcoming appointment in a specified time range. We can add custom text specific to an appointment type, or if we leave the message field blank, InputHealth will send out your default notification text via SMS and/or email. We can change this default message under Notification Settings. We have the ability to customize each message your patient receives via email or SMS depending on the action which has occurred. So for example, let's look at the SMS notification for a canceled appointment. We can customize the text and add useful variables. Variables can be anything from patient name, age, practitioner name, or appointment date. These variables will automatically get replaced with the applicable information. We can even have a default notification based on the appointment type. Let's go back to our scheduling setting and have a look at the Working Hours tab. Here we have the possibility to specify a schedule for every practitioner of your clinic. To add a new work hour, just click in a free spot, select a location, and define the time range. If you are using online booking, you can decide how many appointments you allow for one time slot, as well as the intervals in which your patients are allowed to book. My appointments typically take 15 minutes, so I'm going to go with 15-minute intervals here. If stacking is enabled, only the first available appointment of the day will be visible to the patient. This ensures we don't have to worry about free appointment slots in our schedule. I've also enabled Show on Scheduler for my intervals, and I will let you see how this looks momentarily. Here I can enable working hours for all of my appointment types, so any of these appointment types may be added to my schedule during the predetermined time slots by a member of my clinic, or a patient can request to fill the slot if online booking is enabled. Let's quickly have a look at our schedule now. If we select our Pittsburgh clinic and go to Wednesday, our new working hours are visible. And as you can see, we also have these gray rows on our questionnaire, which are the result of previously checking Show Intervals on Schedule. When booking a new appointment, the schedule will suggest the appointment types I have allowed for this time slot. For now, I will skip the notification because I do not want to send out an SMS and email notification to the patient. And now let's have a closer look at the appointment itself. If we click on the tab Reminders, we can see the schedule as well as the reminders which have already been sent out. In the Questionnaire tab, we can see the questionnaires the patient will be asked to fill out, and if the patient has already done so, the answer sheets can be found in the Questionnaire Responses tab. For the last step of this video, let's go back to the scheduling settings and take a look at vacations. We can book two different types of vacations: vacations for every account member, or vacations for just one specific practitioner. I hope this was helpful. We have a text version of this tutorial in our support guide found at www.inputhealth.com/support. Thank you.